Alright, so it is Friday. I'm heading back up to Buckhorn right now. I got my brand new work shirt. Super cool. Really glad I got these. But anyway, I'm stopped on the side of the road here because there are a bunch of blackberries growing over here. Ooh, a little toad. Oh, just the lizards. Anyway, blackberries are growing here. I'm sure there's poison oak tucked in here as well. Most of these are probably going to be ripe come a couple weeks from now, probably early to mid-August. I'm really hoping that I can come out, pick a bunch, make like a blackberry cobbler or something. We'll see if I can figure that out, but it's pretty cool. Really hope I can make something out of it. Yeah, I found one solid one that didn't look like it was getting eaten by bugs and looked pretty ripe, so I'll try it. Pretty tart. Yeah. They need a little while longer, but they'll be ready soon. Alright, well, while I'm taking videos of berries, this is the elderberry, one of the many elderberry bushes along my drive out here. All of those clusters are berries. There were flowers growing on it. This one, it's got a few flowers left, but the flowers are edible. I actually took some off and deep fried them. It's like an old Austrian recipe. It was okay. It wasn't too bad. But yeah, the berries have a lot of antioxidants in them, and you can make them into wine and jelly and stuff like that. You can't eat them, well, you're not supposed to eat them raw because they're slightly toxic, but you can make them into a bunch of stuff. And since there's so many, I mean, on this bush alone, it's a huge amount. I'm gonna try and see if I can get like a foraging permit for the forest so I can collect a bunch when they're ripe and make some wine or something. All right, so up at the tower, because there's a really large fire. I don't know if it's out yet, but it got pretty big a few days ago. There's a fire over near Gold Beach, Oregon, actually where I was staying when the night I stayed in Oregon on my trip out there. Yeah, there was a fire that got to at least a few thousand acres, and all that smoke is drifting our way now, so visibility's down quite a bit. You can barely see the top of Shasta. But yeah, makes my job simultaneously easier and harder, because if there's something I can't see, I just can't see it. But if there is something I can see, it makes it harder to spot. So this is the other route to Buckhorn. I got like one video of it before, but that was basically when I was up at the tower. I don't think I recorded any of the actual drive up there. It is a bit longer in distance and a decent amount longer in time, but it's good to just be familiar with the different routes in and out of the tower area, just in case there was a fire. Like when I called in the trail fire, that second fire I had, if it had been closer to the road, then I might have had to have come back this way, just because it would have been too dangerous to go down that way. But yeah, this is basically driving up along Beaver Creek, and then I'll go across it and I think head up Hungry Creek Road. Yeah, basically between my tower and Mount Ashland, and then I'll head back south. I shut the truck off so you can just hear the sounds of the forest, but there's Mount Ashland over there. This is probably my favorite area of the forest. It's just so dense with pine trees. It's so pretty over here. This spot's awesome too, just because you get to, stupid rocks. You get to look out here. Oh, jeez. This is the spot that I stopped at before when I first came up this road. There's buckhorn. Can't even see it in the video. And that big ol' mound is, I think it's Dry Lake Mountain, then going into Condrey Mountain over there. But yeah, this is a cool spot. Real quiet. This is another awesome view. This is looking back towards Cottonwood Peak over there. I think it's kind of looking down on the route that I drive up here normally, up Lumgray. But yeah, this road's really cool. So yesterday apparently there was a fire over near Hilt, which is back that way behind Bullion. I never got a legal for it, so I don't know exactly where on the map it was. It sounded like it was pretty close to Hilt. It was not in our district, but I think our crew went out just to go see it. But anyway, got called in at 5:40, so I was already basically back at the ranger station. But it was somewhere over that way. I felt bad that I didn't catch it, but in all reality, it was probably not even visible to me. When I heard that, when our crew was heading out to it, they said it was only less than a quarter acre, and there was line all the way around it. So odds are I probably never saw it, and it seemed like they were pretty on top of it. I think it got called from the highway. So yeah, that's about the only thing that has happened even close to the district for a while. Kind of want to apologize for taking so long to upload all these videos. Right now it's July 22nd, and right now is when I'm starting to upload all of the videos I've actually taken, like up in the tower and everything. It's difficult because down at the station we have Wi-Fi. There's like 2 Wi-Fi options I have, but none of them are really good. And up here I've actually uploaded, I think, almost every video I did of the westward trip out here. But today it's not really giving me a lot of good service, and the longer the videos are, obviously the more battery and more data they take up. So I'm trying to upload them quickly so I can actually catch up and not have to upload super late videos like 2 months after I record them. I'm trying, I promise. All right, well, I'm back at Buckhorn again. Today's Monday, yeah. So normally I'd be at Collins Baldy, but the other guy who's usually up here, he actually took today off, so I get to work up here instead. And the guy who's usually off at Collins came in, so he's over there. So it's kind of nice. I get to stay at the tower that I like more. But yeah, as you can see, the smoke cleared off a bit. That fire is still going over in Oregon, but at least the smoke's cleared off a lot more out here. I'll show you guys my project for today. So I have this hiking stick that my Aunt Michelle got for me, and I got like the Indiana Dunes medallion on there, the first one I put on. I decided I was going to put medallions on all the national parks that I ended up hiking at. Word of advice, these nails are often super cheap and obviously super tiny. So if you have to put these on, this is a stick of hickory too, so it's really dense wood. Don't end up being like me and completely butchering these poor things, because I mean, the metal in these nails is so cheap. Like, you might be better off just buying the same size nails in like hardened steel, just so they don't, I mean, do that. The packages come with 3 nails, but you need to use 2 of them, so you don't really have much of leeway. That, I can't even explain that. But anyway, yeah, word of advice, if you get a hiking stick and want to put medallions on it, then either be more patient than me or smarter than me, or both. I would recommend both.